Welcome everybody to another episode of Shit Talking Sundays. In the light of a warrior. Um, Today might be a little quicker than normal, just because our MS warrior today is not really feeling well. So part of the agreement that we had is even the good, the bad, and the ugly. I want all y'all to see what a person really goes through, and there will be times when this MS warrior is just not going to be feeling good. And you might not get a whole lot of information, but you will actually be able to see with your own eyes the things that some people with MS go through. And maybe I will try to give you a little bit more information about that if and when that event gets to that point. But without further ado, let's bring in the MS Warrior. What's up, MS Warrior? How you doing?
Hey, evening, AG the dad. Thank you for putting me on tonight. I appreciate it. And first, let me start off with this. I am not a doctor, nor do I portray to be one. The advice that I would give, it was solely just some mediocre advice, nothing what I do, you should do. Um, Always consult your physician, your medical team with anything. What works for me may not work for you. So I would never push on what I do for me and my MS journey onto you. Just sharing my journey and what I do. So, um, yeah, I am not feeling too good, you guys. Yesterday I felt like $1,000,000. I even was out and about, and later part of the day I started feeling some soreness on my left side of my leg, like my groin area. You got glands on the inside of your legs, and um, it was kind of tender, so I was like, I better go check this out. And with us warriors, we can have an infection and not have symptoms right away. Sometimes it's later stages do we find out once we have to go to the hospital because we have fevers or whatever it may be with you during that point in time that leads you to the ER or to your doctor's appointment, whatever. Well, I never wait too long to go, make appointment. They can't see me for 2 weeks. No, that's not me. No. If you can't see me today or tomorrow, I'm going right over to urgent care. I don't play with my health or even the ER, especially with the MS. So, um, yes, they tested me. Well, my neurologist ended up testing me, and I do have a bladder infection, so I feel under the weather. I'm not feeling too hot at all, but I kind of rested today, and I took in a lot of information today. Did some reads, and so I wanted to share. I had to put it on my big girl panties, and I may not be able to give you a whole hour, but I'm gonna try and hang in for 30 minutes. Like I said, I'm not feeling too on. You guys can relate. And what I'm noticing is with this bladder infection, it's making my everyday symptoms be worse. So right now, and as you know, when we get sick, our eyes just want to shut. It's hard to stay awake. You're real sleepy, groggy, tired. My legs are like friggin' noodles. And I'm like, oh my God, I hope this don't knock me into relapse. Nope, I'm not gonna claim that. God, you hear me? I'm not claiming that. So um I am on medication now. So hopefully in the next day or two, I will be up doing my normal thing. So, with that being said, so please forgive me, guys, if I'm a little off tonight. That's because I am off tonight. But so, AG and anybody
Yep.
out there watching, our last show, if you remember, we spoke of not to judge a book by its cover because you never know what that person's story is and what they're going through. And we
Right,
spoke
right.
about people being in the carts in the grocery stores, the
Mhm.
electric carts in the grocery shoppings. Well, guess what happened to me? I'm minding my business, and I was looking cute yesterday too. I had on my long sweater, I had on my boots and my hair, makeup. I told you I woke up yesterday feeling like $1,000,000, right? So what my $1,000,000 is. So Um, and it was in Save Mart. And I was picking up actually medication from the doctor prescribed. And I was in the produce section, and there was a younger gentleman working that section. And I pulled up in the cart, the electric cart with the basket, and I had some items in it. And Larry was on a couple aisles over grabbing, I think he was looking for some hot chili peppers. And so he says, so I'm sitting there and I'm looking through, touching the collard greens and the mustard greens because we wanted to make some tonight. So I couldn't reach by still being in the chair. I couldn't see which labels were which. So got out of the chair. Well,
Hmm.
he was literally maybe 5 feet from me, 5, 6 feet from me. And he turned and looked at me. He said, "Oh, yeah, I write those too when I don't feel like walking when I'm tired."
Yeah.
So, and I was like, "Oh, okay. So here we go." So I looked at him and I said, "Well, I'm not tired. I have an illness." And then and he backed his face up and his eyes got like this big.
Uh-huh.
And he
Right.
says, "Oh, you do?" And I said, "Yeah, I have MS." He goes, "Well, what is that?" And I said, "Multiple sclerosis." And he goes, "Oh, I don't know what that is." And I said, "Yeah, well, it's a disease that I can't walk the grocery store, so I ride one of these carts." So, and he was like, "Oh, well, yeah, some days I just," and I'm sure it kind of caught him off guard. Now, the way that he came off to me was like, "You don't look sick. Why are you in it?" And for him to respond as, "Oh, I
Mhm.
don't want to walk either, so I ride too."
Well,
No,
you know, sorry to say that you went through something like that, but you missed an opportunity to tell the guy, "Oh, you don't know about MS? Well, you know what? You should go to YouTube and
I,
look up
yeah,
Shit Talking Sundays and watch In the Light of a Warrior,
yeah,
the MS Warrior, and and
yeah.
enlighten him."
Yeah, now that, oh, well, he got 101 real fast with
Okay.
about MS. And I told him, I said, "Yeah, I have a podcast and a YouTube channel, multiple sclerosis." Then he started acting interested, like, "Oh, well, what does it do?" And da 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 da. But you just judged me right off, you know.
Right.
And I told my husband, when he came, we met up in the store or whatever. And I said, "I don't know if this dude was trying to get at me, or if he used, or he was really, it was that his way of trying to, but come on. This dude was maybe 24. Come on, I'm a
Hmm.
grandma. I don't look 24, 34, 44. So, you know what I mean? I didn't take it as, this young guy was trying to get at me
Right.
or
Right. Right.
anything. But because and my husband's like, "Well, maybe he was." And I said, "Well, his line that he came off with was bad, first off,
Hmm.
so it just kind of made me feel, I'm kind of glad he did that. I've never experienced that, but for us just to talk about it a week prior, and then it happened to me, and I was like, Okay, we just spoke about this." So it really does happen. People have looked at me, over and over again, and just check me out and stuff, and but nobody's ever said, "Hey, you know, you look okay. Why are you in that?" You know what I mean, and
Right.
stuff. And then a lot of the times I have my own electric scooter, so not always am I in the stores. I bring my own, so stores where I know they're pretty crowded and busy, I'll bring my chair, because relying that I'm gonna get one in a grocery store is slim to none, So, but this yesterday, I was in the store's cart. They had
Right.
one, and I jumped in it and took off. But um, yeah, but he was, and then I felt that the young guy was like, okay, so now he feels that he's obligated to question me about the disease.
Mhm.
So it kind of takes away from, damn, well, I just confronted her basically why she's in a cart. You don't look sick. And I see you
Mhm.
standing up, so that gave him why he didn't say anything to me before I got up. You know what I mean?
Right.
He
Right.
didn't say anything until once I stood up on my own two legs and was reaching for, my mustard greens. Did he say something? So that was like, oh, you waited to, and the way he said it, only if you could have heard his tone of voice and what he said, because that's not the
Right.
only thing he said. And then that led me to tell him, I may look like this, but I have an illness and I can't walk this grocery store and be okay and do what I need to do. And these carts are here for my convenience. I
Right.
have an illness. You know what I'm saying? So, and if he would have followed me outside, he would have seen our little handicap sticker hanging in the truck, you know.
Hmm.
So that type of thing, because people look at us when we get out, I've had a
Right.
handicap placard for 5 years already. So people kind of look at us and be like, you could just imagine what's going on in their head, you know what I mean? Because they're looking at us like, okay, why are you parking here? And you got a handicap sticker, but you're not, I don't, you're not on a cane. And I do have a cane. And, but sometimes, I am in my electric scooter. Larry gets it out of the bedding of the truck and stuff. But, that's not all the time. If I'm going to run in and pick up my meds, usually Larry does it. But if I do it because I want to, I'll run
Hmm.
in without a chair or something, just if I'm going straight into the pharmacy because it's by the door and I could fall right out if I had to. So,
Right.
but that was just funny that I just experienced that yesterday.
After having that on the show, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
you
let's
never know.
let's get into this UTI thing that affects you
Yeah.
MSers.
Yeah. Um, with MS, you things don't whatever's affected in our body, from the damage, the nerves and stuff, we are more susceptible to UTIs. No matter how clean you are, you know, if you're not even, sexually active and stuff like that, you can still get them like on a regular basis. Some warriors just have that problem. We have it because our bladder and urinating, a lot of people have problems. We're not filtering that pee out fast enough and it's
Right.
sitting, you know what I mean?
Right.
So we lose sensation and feeling, and it creates, that bacteria is not flowing out of your body as fast as it needs to be. And only each of us will know, like, okay, what could have caused it, and I know if you drink a lot of pep sodas in general, a lot of sugar drinks, and you're not filtering that out, if you're just and you don't have no water intake, you can get a UTI very easily. A lot of people suffer from that. If you've Now we're all grown here. Now, if you've shaved your hoo-hoo, and some soap and da 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 da, you don't get that. It's a probability, so there's other things that by your activity what could have caused it. So, I have a bidet. If those of you who don't know what a bidet is, it's that thing you connect to your toilet and it has the cleaning stream for your rear and, the fronts, stuff like that. So, I own one of those, and because,
Real quick,
uh-huh.
for anybody out there, as the host of Shit Talking Sundays, I'm gonna say that a bidet is something that every Shit Talking Sundays fan should have. Something to wipe their butts and clean their ass when they're done taking a shit.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
hey, look, hey, Shit Talking Sundays. Every day is Shit Talking Sundays.
I love it.
Let's make this a little bit more fun for
Yeah.
everybody while they're listening. Um,
Yeah.
Look,
That
yeah,
that
UTIs.
just goes with the shit talking Sunday.
Yeah, because let me tell you, UTIs are no fun. I mean, I'm sure we've
Mm,
all experienced them at least once in our life, probably more
yeah.
than that. And I can only
Yeah.
imagine how bad it is for
They
you
make
guys.
you feel sick. I, Speaking now, last June, July, August, but say July, we had plans to go to Monterey Bay and stuff, and I felt like I was telling everybody, man, oh my God, I hope I'm not coming down with something. I don't feel good. My stomach, I want to throw up. I'm having this back pain and da 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 da. And what sucks for us warriors is we don't know right off certain times that we're sick because MS, we never feel good, you know? So it's hard to distinguish until you really just can't and you need to go to the doctor and they start running tests. You're like, oh, this, or whatever. Well, I was getting ready to go for the weekend. We had rented a room by the sea. I took the grandkids and I felt like I kept telling Larry, I kept getting it back. I was like, I'm gonna throw up. And I was like, just real quick waves of I have to vomit. I mean, I was freaking miserable. And I was like, my back is hurting. I was like, do you think something's going on with my kidneys? When I get home, I'm gonna have to do this and da 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 da. I was I made the best of it. And it was like coming in waves and going. I never have, and even right now with this UTI, I don't have no burning. I don't have none of those classic symptoms. I don't have. So even when I went to Monterey and when I came home, I went to the doctor. Oh, you have a UTI. I was like, what? I was like,
Mm,
really? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, where's the classic symptoms? You know what I mean? So for everybody and for warriors, it's going to affect us a little different. May not be everyone. I'm sure there's some warriors out there that still get the classic symptoms, but if you don't know like parts of your body that's different that starts giving you little signs and symptoms, like someone may not know that we have glands on the inside of our legs, and when those get sore or inflamed, that's because they're fighting some type of infection in your body. Just as well as if you have a sore throat, you know, those glands right
mhm,
in on
mhm,
your neck below your ear, they get inflamed, they hurt. Same thing. We have glands across here down in our chest, we have them in our armpits. We have hundreds of glands in our body. So that's a telltale sign. And I was like, oh man, here we go again. And I was like, damn, what did I do? So, and it's not necessarily we have to do anything. It's
mhm,
just our body with MS. And of course, um, of my age and with MS, I leak. And actually my doctor just prescribed me some medication to help with that too. So hopefully, um, I can get that back to normal and be good. So,
mhm,
but um, those things for us warriors, we have to pay attention to our body and notice signs. And when if you're having signs of something that's not right, always call your doctor, check with your doctor, get the medical advice, make an appointment, go in, because our body in a lot has to do with our medications we're on, like the
mhm,
Kesimpta that I am on. It depletes my B cells. That's our immune system. So if we come across a virus, infection, our body isn't fighting it off, but we're not getting those symptoms right away either, where our body has it longer before it's showing signs that we have something, because our medicine depletes everything. The Kesimpta depletes. So we have to be, a little extra careful and a little more eye out on the difference, how we feel, day to day, and that
mhm.
so we can stay and take care of our health.
Right, right. Man,
Yep.
do you
So
with an MS and this UTI, um, do you notice, you know how some people use cranberry juice
mm,
and stuff like that? I mean, do those things help you or do they make things worse?
they're supposed to help you. They're supposed to flush out that bacteria, but you know, in my lifetime, I've had many UTIs even before the MS, and no damn cranberry worked for me. I've always tried, that's the first home remedy. Oh, you get some cranberry. It's
Mhm,
never worked, but because too that bacteria sometimes needs that medicine to do away with it. They say, and it's weird that I told my doctor, I said, it's a funny thing that I got this right now because we've been doing a water challenge in my house now for about 4 or 5 days. Like, so how in the hell did I get this? I'm drinking, I'm flushing, my bladder out constantly. I'm urinating all day long. My doctor asked me, how frequently are you going to the bathroom? I was like, shit, a lot, you know, but always a lot isn't a good thing.
Right.
Especially for me, I have MS and my age, my bladder's probably dropped about 17 yards, and stuff. So, so,
Yeah.
so I was like, how did I get this? I'm flushing my bladder out crazy, like, because we're doing a water challenge, and actually, um, I'm going to be doing that on the next podcast. I can't do it tonight because I am like up to right here. So I'm not gonna do no water challenge, but I want to implement that. Um, for
Well,
the hour on the podcast.
okay. Maybe they drink a bottle of water during the podcast next time.
Yeah.
So, all you MS warriors out there, make sure you have a bottle of water
Yeah. And
next
let's get it
time.
in. Every
Um,
time I drink, you're gonna drink.
right. You
That
know,
goes for you too.
hey, I'll take the challenge with you. Water is always good for everybody. Um,
Yes.
you know how in the last episode we were talking about heat is your enemy. So
Yes.
if heat hurts you, have you ever thought about going to like one of those cryo chambers where it's extra cold and it's just the opposite? Would that help you?
Nope. And you know why? And it's funny because I just did I took notes today because I did a read on a research. And funny for that is, okay, the heat is our enemy because it exacerbates inflammation where our
Right.
nerves are exposed. But cold weather makes us stiff and hard and our joints hurt. Our muscles stiff up. So
Hmm. Hmm.
there's no win-win, So it's like, okay, we got to stay at the right temperature to where we don't feel achy and stiff, or,
Right.
our symptoms are full-fledged and we end up, at the ER being treated with Solumedrol for a 5-day stint. So,
Right. Right.
yeah. So for us, we have to stay right in that middle of I'm not too warm and I'm not too cold. And um
Hmm.
yeah, that's a no win-win right there, especially for um us who are menopause, such as myself. It's like, okay, burning, burning, burning. And it's like for us, even without the menopause, from what I've learned speaking with other women, is, and I would say men too, because it's not a menopause thing and it's not a gender thing. MS warriors tend to have a higher body heat. We're hot for no reason. So imagine that being hot, and then imagine heat flash. I don't know whether I want to jump in a pool or get under the blanket half the time, So it's like, ooh, I'm hot for no reason. Why am I hot right now? I shouldn't be. But then when I get warm, I start to feel crappy, and then gotta peel the layers off. Yeah, so it's no fun either way from both ends. Where we got to be right in the middle to where we don't suffer,
Okay.
on either side.
So you need to live someplace like Hawaii.
Yeah, but I don't
Well,
wanna deal with all them tsunamis and stuff.
Uh, I think that would be the least of your problems in Hawaii. When
Mhm.
I lived there as a little kid, um, it was kind of funny because you would always hear voices, right? You'd hear people talking, and
Really?
yeah. Well, see, because you don't think I mean, you think you're crazy, but when you're there, you don't take into consideration this is a tropical location that has a lot of exotic birds and parrots talk. So there's
Oh.
all these parrots. They have parrots over there like we have, pigeons
Oh,
and
gotcha.
whatever. So you hear voices everywhere, like people having
Oh
conversations.
my
You're like, oh my
god.
God, is it crazy? I'm hearing voices. So as a
Yeah,
little
that'd
kid, I
be
remember, yeah, that
yeah,
was crazy.
that's a trip. Yeah, that'll be some if you're trying to go to bed and you hear, all these little weird voices, and yeah,
Oh, and
trippy.
then, they show you the good things about Hawaii and the beach, But they don't tell you the every now and then. I mean, people say it's good luck, but
Mm.
those parrots are really big, and when they take shits and it lands on you, they splatter. It's
Oh my
not
god.
it's not like a little drop, like, oh, it's like all like you got hit with a water balloon. It is
Oh
all
my
bad. So I've
god. That's
watched
like,
many people get smacked in the face with one.
ew.
So yeah,
Yeah. Well, yeah, we
but
might need to invite some of them over to Shit Talking Sundays.
you know, if there's anybody out there that's suffering from MS and would like to be a guest,
Yes.
please email the MS Warrior at bogiddy6 at AOL.com. Yeah,
Yes.
some people still have AOL. Don't hate.
Yes.
Congratulate that that you even have an
Uh,
AOL screen name. I
yeah.
forget that they even exist.
Yes. And I go somewhere and use it or whatever. We would rent rooms out of town, out of wherever, and the one of the guests said, "AOL." He's like, "Wow, you still have
Yeah.
AOL?" And I
Do
was
you
like,
even
"Yes, dude, I do."
so do they still have that little community that was kind of like Facebook? Remember when AOL, you can get on AOL and there was the chat rooms and junk?
I don't even know.
I just remember when it first started, they had chat rooms and stuff like that. Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, it's
we're getting off
old.
subject. If
Yes.
anybody's out there that wants to come on our show or have questions or concerns,
Yeah.
suggestions,
Reach
just
out.
want to share your story, you can email the MS Warrior, or you could call Shit Talking Sunday, the phone
Yep.
line 912-486-5010.
Yes, guys, it's across the screen. Grab you a pen, grab a pencil, or you got your phone in your hand, take the numbers down, take the emails down. Always reach out to us if you'd like to be a guest. Uh, just well, we're welcoming. So we're
Right.
looking to spread the word just for share, compare, and support. Always,
Right.
always, always. Um,
If
I
you have a topic, hold on. If you have a topic
Yeah.
idea, please suggest.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
please comment. We will address it at some point. But if you'd like to
Yes.
be heard sooner, please, reach out to
Yes.
us. But go
Yeah.
ahead. I was sorry.
No, it's okay. Thank you for saying that, AG, because that is, yeah, that is so true. That way it just spreads more awareness because I can tell you guys what I'm going through, and you guys, I'm sure, have some of the same symptoms, problems as I do, vice versa. So the more conversation, the more questions we get that take me out of the box, my box, that's giving me knowledge from you. What's the possibilities? Now, I watched a video today of a doctor that who I'm subscribed with, and this goes back to our last podcast that we talked about symptoms, and there's so many symptoms. I didn't even scratch the surface of course, symptoms. I gave you my symptoms and some symptoms also. That's a possibility, but man, there's tons of them, you guys. Depression comes with MS, anxiety and mood. There's tongue pain that you can have, facial spasms, double vision, loss of vision, and which one, this one here, it's called phantom smells, and I didn't know this existed, but one of my warriors spoke of this on my YouTube channel. And also, guys, please follow me at my MS journey on Kisimta on YouTube. But my warrior said, and I've read this on other people's pages, awareness group pages of multiple sclerosis, that they keep smelling weird smells or smells of things burning. Well, I just happened to stumble across a article written um, by a doctor, and I follow this doctor, and he did a live, and it was brought up today as I wasn't feeling good. I was doing a lot of listening and reading and educating myself because I'm not exempt just because I may have the symptoms that I've had, during this course of 5 years. I'm not exempt for other things to actually start happening. So I want to be aware of the possibilities so I know what the changes when they start happening, what I need to do about them, because education is key. If we don't help ourselves and educate ourselves, um, the doctors are sitting at home, of course, so they can say, okay, well, I think you have this and give you this medicine. You have to research this stuff because you have to live with the ultimate ending of if this medication has given you
Hmm.
heart
Hmm.
failure, or liver
Right.
disease. It can there's certain DMTs, disease modifying treatments, that can cause your eye vessels in the back to explode. And so it's a lot of things that come with these medications. So every warrior needs to educate themselves on what medication to choose. And depending on what type of MS you have, your doctor will give you choices of what meds treat the type of MS you have.
Right.
So there's so many symptoms.
You know
Uh,
the smell one you were talking about?
yeah.
I was watching on the news, and coronavirus, I guess apparently some of the people who have had coronavirus, they're having phantom smells or at least distorted smell. Um,
Hmm.
they One of the girls who had it, she said that after her COVID experience, um, things that she knew what the smell was like before smelled completely different, and sometimes to the point
Mm.
where it was putrid and made her want to be uh wanted to throw up.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
So
It ain't that weird how that's because these viruses and along with MS, it changes
it helps to
those.
mutate those cells quicker.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
and those.
do you I know that I'm not even sure that people even know this exists, but there's something called COVID toes.
Mm,
Okay. COVID-19 COVID toes, TOES.
mm,
Um,
I haven't heard of
it's
that.
You get these blisters and stuff like that in between the cracks of your toes. Google it. I didn't think it existed. A friend of
Mm,
mine who had COVID, um, that was one of the symptoms uh,
mm,
that he got, and he said it was very, very, very painful.
I bet, I
So with
bet.
MS, do you get those kind of blisters and stuff too?
You know what? It's funny you bring this up because I've noticed, and I've been to my doctors, multiple doctors, trying for someone to give me answers on um, when I have a bout, a flare up, or a relapse, or my symptoms are heightened. When my symptoms are heightened, I don't always consider that a relapse because I don't need the medication, the Solumedrol, in which that's a steroid, but it's the infusion that you get only in the hospital, so or infusion center. And it's not the steroid in the pill. They don't treat you for a relapse with the steroid pill, at least not what I experienced. But when I start to feel off, that something's my symptoms are going to start getting worse, I break out, and it's only my upper body to my neck, from my hips up, especially my back, and we're all grown here around my breasts, my sides, up on my neck here, and I'm like, and it's almost like acne, but they don't. It doesn't eventually turn into like a pimple and you can pop it. You know what I mean? Or it doesn't ever
Mhm.
have a white head on it and you'd be like, oh, I'm breaking out. I've noticed, and I'm 5 years in, almost 5 years in, it happens when I don't feel well, when I'm starting to feel all my MS symptoms pretty heightened, that's a
Mhm.
warning. Though that thing that happens to me, and then I start noticing my body is not feeling well, and it's weird. And the only thing that my doctors can tell me is that's a reaction from my immune system.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, hey, Jason, I'm glad to see you here. Um, so that is a weird thing. And they go away, they do go away. Um, but it's bothersome. And it's like, why? You know what I mean? So, I mean, I've made several doctor's appointments and be like, look, why am I getting this? And because there's off the top of my head, I can't think of the names right now, but we're susceptible to skin infections,
Mhm.
very highly susceptible to skin infections. So we as warriors have to be careful of our hygiene, and things that happen. Our medication can cause it. My medication causes me to dry out really bad, really, really bad. I can put lotion on, 10 minutes later, my skin's flaky. My
Mm.
hair soaks up all my product and it just frizzes out. I mean, it zaps me dry from the
Wow.
inside out. My skin shows it. So, that thing, but you know, um, doctors don't have answers everything for MS. They want to blame everything on MS, to be honest. I have been to the doctor before, for things that's bothering me in my body. Well, you have MS, and you know, just verbally you're telling me, but no test proving otherwise that okay, you've ruled out this, you've ruled out that. So it's very important for us warriors, and I wouldn't just say just for us warriors, but for anyone health, to be diligent on your well-being, because that's you deserve it to yourself and you have that right to. So I know from talking to a lot of warriors, we get that. And it upsets us because our doctors want to blame every single thing on MS. Okay. Oh, I have too much flatulence. Well, you have MS, um, oh, my big toe is sore right now. Oh, you have MS. No, damn it, I have gout,
Mhm.
things like that. So it gets pushed, MS gets pushed on us for everything. And sometimes, we have to be diligent and educate ourselves so we kind of know, well, this is a possibility, why this could be hurting, and this can be hurting, and da 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 da. My doctor for years, I would say I've been now seeing this neurologist for 3 years, and he blames everything on MS. I'm swelling across here and here. Oh, you have MS. I don't know why you have that, so
Mm.
um, I've done a lot of research on, the body with MS and what could be and stuff like that. So it's just one of those things. Education is key. You know what I
Well, we
mean?
have a
And
question
yes.
from Jason the Impaler. He says, recently I have had like neck pain and right shoulder pain. Also a lot of muscle twitching, legs and butt and arms. Do you ever get these?
Yes, Jason, last night I had a cramp for the first time in forever in my right leg and it woke me up. I never get that cramps in my leg. In the beginning, when I was first diagnosed, yes, I would wake up crying. My ankles feel like they were twisting inwards, and my husband used to get up in the middle of the night and rub and rub and rub. It would hurt me where I would cry. What our body, that's like a lot of spasm. As I don't know, Jason, if you, but as for me, I have lesions in my neck, and my neck used to kill me. I used to get lidocaine injections across on both sides until my doctor went up in my neck. She kept telling me, if I don't get up in your head, this is not going to calm down. And I was like, well, I'm too scared for you to get those needles, and go in my scalp. Well, this kept hurting and hurting and hurting to where I couldn't wear a bra anymore. The straps hurt. I couldn't carry a purse over my shoulder because it hurt. It just made this here across here swell so bad and hurt and pain and burn. Well, I let her do the injections of the lidocaine up my neck into my scalp. Well, 2 days later, I was in the hospital on a relapse. She somehow that irritated my nerves in my neck and caused a relapse. But I got over it and I'm here today. But spasticity is a big thing for us warriors. And it's I just did because I wanted to touch some key things tonight on my live. And if I'm not a liar, look, spasticity was up at the top because after last night of having that um muscle cramp, it
Mhm.
felt like a charley horse in the back of my leg. And those, when we get them, it feels like nothing will stop it. Like it's going to stop on its own regardless of what we do. um and if it's bothersome, Jason, I always say talk to your doctor, because there's if you're willing to take medications for spasticity, your doctor can prescribe you, that if it's that bothersome.
No, just
Always.
yeah, just remember, she said she did the lidocaine injection and she had a reaction. That's part of the reason why we say on here, we are not medical
Not
doctors.
No.
She is just uh, expressing her journey to you so that maybe you guys have experienced something similar, or
Mhm.
maybe you have something that may contribute to other people who are in the same position as y'all
Right.
with MS. Jason has another question.
Yes.
Um, I've had a C4 C5 fusion. For people that don't know, that's in your neck. Uh,
Mhm.
when I had my first relapse, that's how my neck did me. I was wondering if doing that could kind of be like a signal of another relapse. Luckily, I got the 11th to the doctor.
You know, um, it's so hard to answer that because what you've possibly experienced before, and then you may have a feeling that that's what's going on now, that may not be the case. You could maybe have an irritated muscle, and we warriors with muscles, that the MS affects our muscles. Slightly, if you could have slept different, if you reach for something out of reach, out of your realm, and you pulled something, tweaked something. I hope it's not a relapse though. Honestly, only your body, just like I know mine. So, you know, when we have, because I have lesion on my C7, so in the area, and now as of April of 2021, I was off meds for 8 years, and then 8 years, I'm lying, 8 months due to COVID. And I ended up getting a new lesion. I went into a relapse and they found a new lesion. Well, this lesion is in the area of my brain that controls emotion. So when I was on this relapse, I was on a friggin' emotional roller coaster and I didn't know why. And I was like, oh my God, I hope this doesn't last. Is this something new? Of course, yes, it was new. I was hoping it was going away. Why it was so different than all my other relapses? Well, it was in a part of my brain where it controls the emotion in my life. So, and I can't get upset. I can, but I can't get upset because I feel like I'm gonna pass out. It feels like I'm gonna vomit. I can't get emotional to cry. I can, but when I do, if I'm really hurt or get bad news, my head pounds like it's going to freaking explode. This new lesion where that emotional control system, that's brutal. That's brutal for me. And I've had to stop myself literally from getting emotional one time purposely because I can't my head hurts so bad that I can't handle it. I didn't go to a funeral and I feel so bad. Um, because my best friend's dad passed away of COVID and I didn't attend his funeral, and because I didn't want to face the emotional, oh gosh, I can't even put it into words, but
Right.
I steer away from the emotional stuff because it
Mhm.
hurts me. It hurts me to express that, and that sucks. You know what I mean? We're emotional creatures as it is. And then to say, sure, I could be happy and sad and stuff, but crying, just a simple thing as crying, man, it feels like my head is going to pop inside. It's not like a
Mhm.
migraine headache or a headache. Immediately, I get this built up pressure in my head to where I literally feel that and stop crying to make
Hmm.
it stop. But Jason, I feel your pain, warrior. I've had a lot of pain in my neck for many years, and it's led to a lot of swelling across my shoulders and stuff. And um, that's why I was getting the lidocaine. So that was 3 4 years ago. I don't bother with it anymore because of the relapse that it caused me to go in. So, hopefully, I'll keep my fingers crossed that, you're not headed for a relapse. If so, hopefully, may it be minimal, you know?
Yes, yes. All praise to the Most High.
Yes,
Hopefully,
definitely,
he puts his
definitely.
hands on you.
Yes,
Another question: do you since the lidocaine is something that you don't want to try, what about CBD? Have you ever tried to use, like a CBD patch to control pain um, or arthritis? Because I talked to a few people who have, rheumatoid arthritis,
right,
and they've used CBD, the ointment, they've used the patches, stuff like that. And they
right,
said the patches, depending on the brand, and this is not medical advice, it's just some stories that I've heard, but they
right.
say that those work. So that's why I'm asking you, will that help? Has it helped you? Have you even tried it?
No, I haven't tried the patch, but I've tried like ointments and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And that helped at one point, just minimally, I would say, because the pain comes from within. The MS with the pain, um, sometimes even pain meds, they don't work. They don't
Mhm.
work because of um, the extent of what's causing the pain. It's just not like I stubbed my toe, on the corner leaving the bedroom. No, this comes deep within, and it's almost like with the relapse, like it's there and it's going to run its course,
Mhm.
basically.
Mhm.
So I haven't tried any of the CBD at all for because I take pain medications and the doctor doesn't allow it. The law doesn't allow you to do both. So,
CBD, you should ask your doctor about CBD because I think CBD is a little bit different. Maybe cannabis, as
mhm.
far as medical marijuana, that might be true. But I think CBD, because it doesn't have
The
the
THC in it.
it might, because of the other properties. Because the people that I talked to, they said the CBD, if you put it on the exact location of where you're having pain, the CBD that's in there, as it's more concentrated on a patch, that it actually delivers what you need. Like if you're having trouble sleeping, there's a CBD patch. It's like the equivalent of taking like a very strong melatonin,
Mm,
you know,
yeah,
something just a little bit stronger than a melatonin, something like that.
right.
And like I said, this is not medical advice. If you have
No,
a medical emergency, please consult your doctor. But that's just
yes.
what I was told. So I figured I would ask you. Um,
A lot of warriors do use, marijuana for the medicinal properties, and from what I come in contact with the warriors that do use the, medical marijuana, it helps them.
Well,
it
Jason comments about that. He said, I've tried some CBD hemp bombs drops. I have thought about trying some of the pot, but getting high like kind of messes with my paranoia and all of those issues.
Hey,
Um,
Jason, you and me both. I've never been, I could never smoke. I've tried when I was younger. Oh my God. Yeah, talk about paranoia. Oh, I can't breathe. I need to go to the hospital that whole night. That's not for me.
I can say that they, if you don't take it in excess and maybe just hit it one time, that may be all you need, and you might not be as paranoid. Or maybe your body just needs to get used to it by
Right,
maybe 3 or 4 days. Then you might not be as paranoid behind it. But
right.
I definitely
I'm a
hear the
chicken.
I hear people all the time talk about when they smoke pot that they really get paranoid. But I think it's maybe because of the stigma in society that it's illegal. So maybe in the back of your mind you're feeling paranoid. But now that it's legal, at
Mm,
least in the state of California, and there's a few other places where medical marijuana is legal for recreational purposes. So, um, you could always
yeah,
see if
yeah.
maybe now things are a little bit better. Jason also said uh, I do get insomnia, and the CBD didn't really help him. My
Oh,
friend, he's got insomnia, and the CBD helps him. But different issues.
yeah, yeah. Different
MS is
tolerance.
well,
Yeah.
not only that, MS is a disease that affects things differently than
Hmm.
maybe insomnia due to psychological reasons. Because I could tell you
Right.
when I had that concussion, um, there was really no medicine that was putting me to sleep. I took
Yeah.
Ambien, and I could eat those, and I it looked at me. My body was like, "You want to give me a couple more of those?" Because I'm not in the slightest bit tired, and
Yeah.
it was
See,
really scary. That hey,
it it really does affect how what you're suffering from, how it's going to relate to that problem.
mhm,
It's weird how our brain works, how our system works. There's so much to it, and I'm learning more and more now, too, because of the podcast. I
mhm,
want to be educated so I can understand me, and when another warrior speaks to me on their issue, I will be able to conversate about these things.
mhm.
And for myself, it explains a lot of the things that I'm feeling that I didn't know that could exist with MS.
Yeah, I'm
So,
laughing at Jason's post. Yeah. Hey man, there's some good stuff out there now these days. I hear, I may be the dad. I neither condone
yes,
or
they do.
get on
Right.
people behind, I'm not gonna, tell you should or shouldn't. Everybody is grown and you
Yeah.
choose the path that you want to take. I truly believe if smoking uh
Helps you.
marijuana helps you to deal
Yeah.
with any pain or problem, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, me either.
W-
I'm down for, I mean, I agree, just like a lot of people don't choose to be on a DMT. That means disease modifying treatment. A lot of warriors choose the holistic approach,
Mhm,
and whatever they feel and they believe in, that's best for them. Hey, that's kudos, because whatever path I choose, you may not be down that same path. You know, what
mhm,
makes you feel, best, live your best life, with the
mhm.
MS. That's what's important. I could never tell someone just because I don't choose to partake,
Right,
you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that I would tell you whatever works for you, you know,
right.
that then you'll know. So, um Yeah, but that comment where he said he went to the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's exactly why I don't. No, I've tried, and yep, I'm the moon, Mars, Jupiter, Mercury. I'm everywhere, so
Mhm.
that's a no for me. Yes, Jason, more people need to be in here watching. Exactly, we will eventually reach more and more people. I'm doing my homework on how to reach more MS platforms to where I'm able to reach out to those warriors without getting my butt kicked off the site. So this is early on. It's only my third podcast, but I appreciate you supporting me, Jason. I know you say you've missed the first live, but you were on with us last Tuesday and you're here with us tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here and sharing
Yes,
your
yes.
your journey with us too, because that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Okay.
That's the reason why I did this. Shit Talking Sundays initially was made for a bunch of us guys sitting around watching football, talking shit to each other about each other's team. And it evolved into a podcast where if my name is going to draw your attention, at least when you leave my podcast, I want you to have at least learned something or thought outside the box.
Right, right.
So if I can deliver a message by you coming to my name, then great. Let's get the word out there, and I want people to learn and get some positive things out here. Um,
Hmm.
there's
Exactly.
a
That's what it's about, and we'll get there. Ag the dad,
Mhm.
we're going in the right direction, so we will definitely see more and more people coming in. It just like everything else, it takes time.
Yeah, if you build it, they will come. Please,
Yes.
everybody, don't forget to share, subscribe, like. We will be airing every Tuesday at 6
PM.
p.m. So make sure you
Exactly.
guys tune in.
Yes.
Um,
Jason, I'm gonna answer this last question, and I'm glad I hung in there. AG the dad, we've been on almost an hour, and I didn't think I'd make it through the hour. Just not feeling myself, not feeling too good. But it's an important question that Jason said. He said about 2 years ago, I thought I was having mental problems. I got put in an institution, and at that time, I didn't know I had MS. Could MS cause other mental problems? Yes, 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 my friend. Yes. I spoke a little bit earlier about depression. It can cause a wide spectrum, as you know, emotional. There's triggers for that depression, emotional. It's a big spectrum right there alone. And also there's a thing called pseudo bulbar effect also, and that's where you have uncontrollable either crying, and you don't know why you're crying, but you can't control. You could be in a funeral and start laughing uncontrollably and you can't stop it. That's called pseudo bulbar effect. So there's multiple things, and as my show goes on and on, we're going to um focus on just specific things of MS. I've been doing my homework, guys, and I've got tons of things and things that I've experienced, and so there's a lot that can suffer from, and a lot of warriors that already have, suffered from pseudobulbar effect and things like that. There's medications for it. Your doctor will deal with that if need be, even for your depression. Now, I will say this to you, Jason. I suffer from depression. I have since I was 18 years old. I have been on medications all my life for that. Um, my mother was bipolar, her mother was bipolar, and her mother was bipolar. Two of my children suffer from anxiety, social anxiety, depression. My oldest child suffers from depression. It's in it's intertwined in our family. Um, I have been on a medication though since I was 32 years old, and it has kept things just. is seriously at bay to where I'm able to live a normal life. And if you met me and dealt with me, you wouldn't even know that I suffered from it. And once upon a time, I would have to put blankets on all my windows. I couldn't see sunlight. Excuse me. I couldn't hear my kids laughing in the other room. It irritated me. I had it really bad. My eyes were black under. And yeah, so I experienced it, didn't know why. My life was good at that point. So, but your life doesn't have to be bad for you to experience depression. Just know that. And with MS, mental changes happen. I have filtered in my 5 years, and that's not long. In my 5 years of being diagnosed with MS, I have been like this through the roller coaster of mental issues. So especially with relapses and the medications and stuff like that, it's hard on our psyche to remain because our system is telling us, no, we're going one way and the medicine's trying to bring us back this way. So it's like, a big fight up here. And I'll use this reference, we're only human. And so when that gets discombobulated, and our heart is going to do what our heart wants to do. Our heart's going to tell us, that we're going to do this. So
Right, right.
it
You know,
yeah.
one of the things, if you think that you're experiencing a psychological emergency, don't be afraid to go seek help and go see a doctor. You would be surprised how much um, help you can get just by opening up.
Exactly.
The MS issue that I think maybe some of you MS warriors out there are experiencing is, if you have true friends, okay, and I mean true friends, um, if you open up to them and not try to act so hard about, not letting people know that you are experiencing MS, you might be surprised on how well a true friend will open up
Right.
and kind of, be down to walk you through, or at least look out for you a little bit more. So, if you have a medical emergency, please go see a doctor. Don't be afraid to
Exactly.
talk to your loved ones, because your loved ones will, if they truly love you, will help you.
They'll got your back. Yeah. Don't ever and me, every little thing, and my husband laughs at me because every little thing with me, I'm ready to go to the doctor now. He's like, "Do you want to go to the doctor just for that?" And I'm like,
Mm.
"Yes." Every little thing for me is like, I'm calling the doctor. I'm going to the ER. I'm doing this and that. But all jokes aside, I'm glad we were able to have some laughs tonight. It's picked my spirit up a little bit because I wasn't feeling too good on my bladder infection and this medicine. I couldn't keep it down earlier, but I made it through. And actually, we're going a little longer. But anyone, reach out to me if you are feeling down, lonely, experiencing, the bad sides of MS. I'm here for you. That's why I do my podcast. That's why I do my MS channel. And reach out to your physician. You don't have to suffer with depression. There's medications that nobody will know you're on. So you
Mhm.
don't have to, be ashamed. Oh, if I take this medication, people are going to think I'm psycho or crazy or whatever. That's a thing of the past. Back in the
Mhm.
olden days, that's what people used to think. Well, if you're depressed, you must be crazy. You must have a mental illness. It's not like that today's day and age. I am
Mhm.
on antidepressant medication and I don't go a day without it. I know what it's like to go without it. And I never want to see somebody suffer when
Mhm.
you can be on some medication. So don't be afraid to reach out. And it takes uh, depression feelings are very, very heavy. I believe in when
Mhm.
you talk to someone about it and you share what you're going through, that takes like 1,000 pounds off you. It kind of lifts you a little bit,
Mhm.
to know that somebody is experiencing and going through the same thing as you. If you don't talk about it, you won't know about it. Just like with
Right.
MS, just like with MS, that guy in the store yesterday, if I didn't tell him I had MS, he wouldn't have known because he questioned why I was driving the cart.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yep. Yep.
never judge a book by its cover, and don't go it alone. You don't.
Right.
We are all in this together.
Right.
We are all in this together. Jason, I don't care if you have to. Um, I am me. I am me. My AG the dad put
Hmm.
our contacts up there and we let Jason know we're all in this together. That's why AG, the dad, has taken his time to reach out to me to spread the word of share, compare, and support. And that's what it's all about for me. Don't ever go alone. I'm sure you have family, a wife, kids, whatever it may be. You just have another extended warrior and another AG, the dad, you know, backing. We're here for
Right.
our people. That's what it's about. That's why we take this time out to talk and to get across.
Right.
We're in it together. We're living this life together, and a lot of us, we don't know from one day to the next what our MS life is going to be. Yesterday I was up looking cute and I was out and about and stuff. Today I can barely walk because I have this infection. See, you got four
Hmm.
kids and a grandbaby. I got two grandbabies right now in the other room, probably watching the podcast, so
Hmm.
I get it. It's hard. And AG got grandbabies. So
Hey, don't be forgetting me. You know, hey, grandbaby, what are those? No, I'm no kid. No, I'm just playing. I got grandkids. Um,
yeah.
hey,
So
Jason, the tinnitus, the ringing of the ears, with a concussion, I still have that, and I've had it for probably a good 4 or 5 months now. I almost since September, and it can kind of make you feel like you're going crazy just hearing this beeping and tuning. But I've noticed that if you stay busy, sometimes it goes away and it starts to help make the ringing subside or not be as severe. I still haven't been able to really just beat the ringing of the ears yet, but I definitely notice that when I find myself getting deep into thought or into something that I'm doing, the ringing goes away because I'm actually my brain is telling myself to focus
on
on
something else.
on something, so
Right.
your senses are heightened. Kind of like I knew that this MS warrior didn't feel good, and I said, it's up to you, and the Most High works in mysterious ways. And I knew that if we can get her on here and we just talk the power and the spirit of just everybody coming together will
Yeah.
help give support to help the message be able to be put out there. So,
Yeah.
if you each one teach one, spread the word, share, we can build this into a forum where people will definitely learn and maybe bring some awareness. And you never know, maybe we could turn this into a movement. It's all
Right.
about there's 20, what, I'm not even going to get into that, but I'll just say that there are um, rules to engagement, and it's called the Big Mo. When you see that um, some there's some movement and it's building up steam,
Mhm.
if we all come together and we
Right.
start telling people, people start getting excited about it, and it turns into something viral, and maybe then it becomes awareness. And for people out there who have MS, don't be afraid to come together. Don't be
Mm-mm.
afraid to come together. There is definitely, and the secret is they don't want you to know, is there is safety in numbers, and you will learn more, because
Exactly.
people might be experiencing things, or you might be experiencing things that somebody else hasn't experienced, or maybe this MS warrior, or Jason for that matter, um,
Yeah.
has experienced something, and they bring
Exactly.
it up, and at very least we can talk about it.
Right.
We talk about it.
Yeah.
So
Educate ourselves. Even by me and Jason comparing what he's going through and what I'm going through, that's educating right there, because he still has some component that ties he and I together through the MS. I may not
mhm,
suffer from the ringing of the ears or vertigo, but he may be suffering, or I may be suffering the same thing with our legs, with our neck. We just spoke about the neck, so
mhm,
it's just conversations that bring, that caring part, that you're not in this alone with this disease. This disease is horrible. We live it 24 hours a day. So,
mhm,
I'm waking in my sleep with MS hugs. Jason suffers from insomnia, so he's not getting his sleep due to the MS. So we're affected 24/7. So we need to speak to people who are experiencing the same things,
mhm, mhm,
because my husband isn't, and Jason's wife may not be, you know what I mean? Even though they get it and understand it and support, but they don't feel and experience these things that I do, that I need to confide in another warrior, that you get me. You understand that I break engagements. You understand that I can't be committed to certain things because I have to back out. You know, I sit in a wheelchair when I go places, or drive an electric chair. I got to help somebody. Somebody has to help me get me in and out of the shower. So it's 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 I don't know what word to use, but it's good to talk to. It makes me feel better and different to talk about my situation with another warrior and hear theirs, and let them know that I'm there with you. I experience it, vice versa. You're not alone.
right.
I'm not alone, you know?
um Jason, um you said a lot. Honestly, a lot of people don't want to hear about it. You know what? We're not here for those people. We're here
Mm.
for
I'm
you.
here for
And
somebody who wants to
look,
listen.
for me, if I have even one person and it changes your life, for me, my podcast is succeeding. Um, I want to be able to help somebody, and as long as I help somebody one person at a time, I'm okay
It's
with
all
that.
worth it.
Eventually, the big mo will take effect, and the steam will get on, and other people will
Yeah.
hear. Because with a very tiny voice, eventually people will hear you roar. So don't worry about if nobody wants to hear about what you're
Mm-mm.
going through. We're not here for them. There's somebody out there that wants to hear your story because they are suffering from it, and you may be what inspires them
Them.
to
Exactly.
come out and really talk about it. So, bro, don't never put yourself down. You are somebody. You are
Mm-hmm.
important. You know,
Yeah, you're important
and
to me. You're a
forget anybody
warrior.
else.
Yeah,
We're here for that reason, to make sure
exactly.
that people are helped. I don't care about anybody else. If
Mm.
we don't help another person, I'm okay with that. I helped you
Yeah,
by
exactly.
with anything. This
Yeah,
is for helping anybody.
yes, keeping it. That's why, and you guys know, I don't come on all the time, dolled up. I don't sugarcoat anything for the camera. It's me. I'm in it for, this is my journey. This is my life today. I'm still in pajamas because I wasn't feeling well, so it's not
No, thank you.
about,
Hmm.
yes, it's not about that, and like you said, AJ, and I'm glad you did, because I said, you know what, I'm gonna record, I'm gonna get on the podcast and do it bedside. And I'm in my bed. The
Hmm.
last two podcasts, I've got my office set up and everything's all nice and cute and stuff in there for the camera, but you gonna see me tore up looking, some days, and some days I'll be looking, cute. So, but I'm not on camera for that. I am on the camera to spread the word and talk to, um, the warriors out there, to let them know I suffer just like you. I'm not
Hmm.
exempt. I'm not, you know, and conversations conversation brings comfort.
Just like people who have the go to substance abuse meetings, AA, those things,
Yeah.
um, they come together so like minded individuals can share their stories and their journeys on how they dealt with whatever it is that they're going to. That's why
Yeah.
you have meetings where people who are depressed come together and people support groups to talk with each other. That's what this is. I'm starting this, and hopefully it goes to some place. I mean, only you out there can make this be whatever it is.
It's
I'm
gonna be.
supplying the vessel for you guys to help spread the word, the
Yes.
message. If you don't want to see this anymore, hey, comment. Hey, we don't want to see you or that MS Warrior. Hey, I'm okay with that if that's that. Everybody has their opinion.
Opinion.
So
Yeah.
so speak and don't be afraid to talk.
Yes.
Closed
It
mouth does not get fed.
Yes, and I'm sure we'll get some warriors who are listening in, but don't want to comment. That's okay, because if you can take away something from the podcast, then it was worth your time watching.
Yes.
And that's it. May or you, AG, have already said something. It was minutes ago and they've already left. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it you take from it what you can. That's the purpose. Get it and go. And if you like what you're getting, come back for more. Come
Right.
back for more. It's just establishing that within yourself. Warriors need to take the time out for them, and this is where you can do it at. AG, you have given me the platform, and multiples will come in due time. Just with anything, we have to reach them. We have to spread the word and
Right.
get our following for those that want to be part.
Right.
It's very informative. We had a few laughs tonight and stuff, and it's changed how I felt.
Well,
Because I was feeling pretty crappy. I've laughed a couple times, and I feel better. So I'm glad that I came on tonight. I really am.
any parting words you want to give to your fellow MS
Yes,
warriors?
yes. Um, you guys know what we were just talking about. Don't be afraid to reach out. AG the dad has put our contact info on the screen, our emails, even a telephone number. Do not go this alone. Reach out. Depression and mental illness is real. One part of our lives we've probably have already experienced that. So we know we get it, and we have extended our hand out to those of you who need that support, as well as MS support. I'm here for you. That's why we are doing this podcast, and I have a YouTube channel. Either or, contact us on either platform. So, on that note, I will see you guys here next Tuesday, and I believe we may want to talk about have a part two on symptoms. Tonight was about MS and UTIs, because I have one right now, and that's why I'm not feeling too good. And that's something that we warriors are prone to. So I just wanted to touch a little bit on that and be real. I'm on
Right.
medication right now. I feel sick to my stomach, yada, yada, yada. But next Sunday, I think I want to do a part two of symptoms, because there's so many symptoms that I didn't speak of last podcast, and I think that can bring some awareness to all of us.
Right.
Jason says, thank you. I did like those plushies on your last video. Yes, Jason, I was supposed to promote those tonight, but I'm not feeling good. But I will hopefully the next video. And those are personalized MS plushies. So, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it too. I've got some order about to drop. So, and I'll be making some shirts, some masks with the MS sayings across them in due time, in due time. But I
Right on.
thank you for the thank you. And thank you, Warrior, for joining me tonight. I so appreciate your support. I so well, you said that you would, and you are doing that. So with your help and AG the Dad, we could spread the word across many platforms. We'll get in people's ear, and we will have more people joining us in due time. We're new. We're new. We're new booties out there. They'll
Mhm.
hear about us. On that note, you guys, good night. Send in love. Have a good night and a better tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Right on, right on. Hey, thanks for the message. I
Yes.
really, I really appreciate everything that you give to the Shit Talking Sunday fans and to the people out there with MS.
Yes,
Um,
of course.
we will see you next Tuesday. Um,
Yes.
all our fans out there that are tuning in for the In the Light of a Warrior with the MS Warrior. I'm AG the Dad. Please tune in every Tuesday at 6 p.m. And from the reminder from Jason, we do have people on the East Coast, 9 p.m. Eastern. If it's a little late for you, you can always go back and watch it again. It will be on YouTube. You could also, if you ask real nice, and maybe we could see if we can, you know, change the time a little bit if enough people ask about it. But as of right now, that's what
Right?
fits real well for us. So
Yes.
everybody out there, I want to say thank you again. I made you the dad. This is In the Light of a Warrior. Stay positive, keep your visions positive, keep positive people around you, and please don't be afraid to ask for help if you need help. Okay, because there's someone out there that will listen to you. You are somebody, you are important, and man, stay blessed, everybody. Peace.
Peace.